What is up, my fasting family? My name is Justin. This is Fasting Philosophy, and in today's video we're going to be talking about fasting strategies for people with physically demanding jobs. I got a message from my buddy Hatham that I'm going to get into, but before I get into that, I just want to thank you guys so much for all your comments, for all your words of encouragement, for sharing your story with me. Whenever I created this channel, I just really wanted to document everything that I was going through in my fasting journey, but as it's kind of grown, it's kind of become a little bit of a community of like-minded people who are just trying to better themselves, and I couldn't be any more happy about that, honestly. That's why I want to continue to do these question and answer videos where I'm kind of sharing someone's story, because really we are a community and we're like-minded people who are just trying to better ourselves. So thank you guys so much for the positivity, and it really means the world to me, and I just wanted to let you guys know that I am very grateful for that. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the comment. So Hatham says, I'm going to start a tough job tomorrow, which requires me to lift heavy bags of salt, sugar, flour, etc. For 8 hours. He wants to know how he can incorporate fasting into the job. He said he'll be going to the gym, trying to gain muscle too, and he doesn't want to be too weak and get fired because he's essentially fasting. So I also have a physically demanding job. I live in Louisiana. It's like 95 degrees outside, so it can, really drain you and really be very tough on your willpower. So I've had to kind of work on this as well. I've kind of had to adjust my fasting strategy, at least for the summer. Now once I'm back in school, it's going to be easier because I'm going to be more sedentary. And so if you have a sedentary job, it is easier essentially to fast because you're not burning through your willpower and you're not pushing yourself, as hard physically. Now if you're working out and things of that nature, you can kind of not push yourself as hard working out and stuff to kind of conserve that energy. But anyway, what I've been doing is on days where I feel like I absolutely need to eat, I've been doing one meal a day in a tight eating window. Now at the beginning of the summer, I was giving myself the excuse that I could just eat for the entire day. So if like around 1 I got tired of fasting, I'm about 40 hours in, I would say, you know what, alright, I'm gonna eat today, and I would end up eating from like 1 until 8 or 9 sometimes, and that is just way too wide of an eating window, and I really wasn't holding myself to the standard that I should. So I did put on a little bit of weight doing that, and that's something that I definitely don't want you to do. So what I did was I said, you know what, I'm going to be strict on myself. I'm going to give myself a 1 hour eating window. So if I did have to break the fast at 1 o'clock, I would say, all right, I'm eating from 1 to 2, and then that's it. And it just, helped me to keep the weight off, and it's more of like a maintenance phase, because if you're only eating for 1 hour, if you're only giving yourself 1 hour to eat, it's very hard to put on extra weight doing that. But whenever you got like a 6-hour eating window, it just doesn't work. And honestly, I knew that my eating window shouldn't be that big, but sometimes we make excuses for ourselves, and I got lazy with it. And so, when you get lazy, you're going to lose some of those results, and that's what happened to me. So I had to adjust my eating schedule to 1 hour, meals. Now, what I also want to say that you could do is you got two options. You can either eat at the very end of the day, or you could eat at the beginning of the day. You could wake up early and work out, and then have your hour where you eat, and you eat that big meal, and then you just work all day, sleep, and then you eat again in the morning. Or you could save the meal for at the end of the day, but that's going to be hard. Now, what I would suggest is that you do your workout first thing in the morning, because obviously if you're working 8-hour days and you're lifting things all day, are you going to want to, go to the gym and lift again? Probably not. So he also says, my plan is to eat 2 meals a day full of carbs to keep me going. Now, I want to say this as well. I'm going to make a video on this. If you're maintaining, fruit is the way to go, man. I love fruit. I love strawberries, blueberries, things of that nature. I always tell you guys to keep it keto, but that's more so if you're trying to lose fat and you're fasting for as long as you can. But when you get more into the maintenance phase, when you get into body, trying to build muscle, put muscle in your frame, then fruit is a great idea. So I definitely suggest that you eat fruit in your meal. And he said, since I'm already lean and trying to build muscle too. So yeah, well, what I would do is I would definitely work out first thing in the morning, no matter what. I would keep your eating window super tight, maybe an hour, 2 hours. I mean, you could be lenient. Start off 4-hour eating window, because he said he wanted to eat 2 meals. You can start off with a 4-hour eating window. So that would mean, like, if you ate from like 12 to 1, then I guess you could eat from like 3 to 4, something like that. So start off with a 4-hour eating window, eat plenty of carbs so you're getting that energy up, and then if you notice that you're putting on weight, cut that eating window down. But yeah, definitely work out first thing in the morning. And yeah, man, so I wish you the best of luck, Hatham. Thank you so much for leaving the question, man. Just work out first thing in the morning. Yeah, eat fruit. Fruit is great. I wouldn't go into, the breads and things like that, because it's going to make your fast harder. And just tighten up that eating window if you start gaining too much weight. So, like I said, thank you so much for your question, Hatham. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. And I will catch you in the next video. Until then, stay fasted, my friends. Peace.